And there we go.
Yay!
Welcome everybody to the NaNoWriMo writing workshop number 5 here at Fateful Fumble. My name is Anita and I usually play Valeth in the Kestrels group here at Fateful Fumble. And with me I have a co-conspirator.
Hello, I'm Ingrid. I play Cassian in the Fateswain group. And yeah.
We're here to get our writing on.
Yes.
So, I mean, last week we talked about, knowing when to throw in the towel and realizing that, you know what, this isn't going to happen. So how are you feeling about it this week after having kind of dropped things a little bit and taken it slow?
I'm feeling a lot less stressed. And I've just actually spent the time reading a lot.
That's
and
nice.
Getting lots of inspiration, and I have a few ideas for like short fix and just like drabbles that I want to do, and that I've been kind of brewing now. So yeah, it's a good feeling to just not have to stress about it and just write whatever I want. And especially with Fateswain Con coming up this weekend, there's been so many other things that I need to think about, so it's nice to not have like a third thing or like yet another thing to think about.
I totally get you. I haven't written anything this week so far. I mean, it's only Tuesday, but still, just know. I mean, I got up and headed out the door at 8:30 this morning, and I got home at 6 o'clock. So, yeah. And then we had to make dinner and tidy and stuff, adult things. So, sometimes you have to adult.
Yeah.
So just sometimes life is not compatible with writing, but I'm hoping to still get something done during the week whenever I have some downtime or something.
Yeah.
But let's not talk about that, because I'm still pretty excited about about writing and stuff. I want to talk a little bit about and actually physically write something tonight during the live stream, because I think that would be exciting. So we're going to do that soon. But before we do, since you mentioned Fateswain Con, I figured let's just do some promo right here, right now.
Yes.
Because we are so excited.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Those of you who don't know what Fateswain Con is, this is the deal. It is the season finale of our Dragon Age RPG live streamed shows / podcasts. So my group, the Kestrels, and the Fateswain and the Bloody Stags. The Bloody Stags are from the UK, and the Fateswain have been over at Betrayal Raven, which is another YouTube account. But we all play in the same timeline, the same universe. We're all getting together this weekend to live stream the season finale from Saturday till Sunday. We start at 11 both days and end at 6. So it's going to be crazy.
Yes.
So we're only breaking for like an hour each day for lunch and stuff. So we'll be playing for 6 hours, or 12 hours in total. It's crazy.
Whew. Yeah. It's going to be a wild ride.
It's going to be a wild ride. So there will be, fighting and magic and angst and epicness and so much fun stuff. So if you want to watch us play Dragon Age the role-playing game live this weekend, tune in to Fateful Fumble, this YouTube channel that you're already watching. And you can watch our RPG extravaganza. It's going to be so good. Rick has some really cool things planned. I know this.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think a lot of us are going to be in costume as well.
Yeah, I think so. At least partially. We're going to do our best.
Yes. Well, as much of a costume that people feel comfortable in
for 6
making
hours.
For 6 hours and sitting in, and
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So we're super excited, and we just want everyone to know about it and come watch us live stream because it's going to be amazing.
Yes. It's going to be amazing.
I see that Destiny has written in the chat, I have not written in days. I have no inspiration. Oh no.
Yeah, I know how that feels, and it sucks. It sucks.
It really does.
I've had periods where I'm like, I want to write for my fanfics, and it's just like I know what I want to write. I've got like the timeline down and everything, and it's just like I'm not feeling it. And then you just like you sit down and you're like, okay, I'm going to be good now, and I'm going to just sit down and try to write, and it's just like nothing. And you just start and you just delete, and it's just like no, and then you just like table flip.
Fuck this.
Nope.
I'm out.
Yes.
No, I think what I do when I'm stuck like that and I'm like, nope, this isn't working, is that I either take a day or two off from the writing, or I move on to a place in the story where I already have some clear ideas and, you know, that I'm looking forward to writing. So I'll just start there instead, and then I'll just come back to wherever I am that's not working out for me.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll help, Destiny. I don't know. Who knows? But I hope you get your inspiration back and that you'll be back at writing. Last time we talked to you, you had written quite a deal. Like 18,000 words, and it was pretty early on in November, so hopefully you're still doing fairly well, at least. So what I thought we would do today is I thought I would read another excerpt from my story. Ingrid, if you want to write something of your own, doesn't have to be Cassian related at all, but if you feel like it, you can. And then afterwards, I thought we would do a little writing challenge, and the people who are watching can join us. So we're just going to write for a few minutes. We'll write 3 sentences, approximately, and then read them out loud and see how creative we can get and how different our short stories, flash fiction things are from each other.
Flash fiction.
Yeah, I like to call it flash fiction. If it's just a few lines, it's flash fiction.
Okay.
Yes. So, do you want to start with the writing challenge, or do you want to start by reading stuff?
I haven't written anything since last time, so I don't have anything to...
I do know that you have a Yuri on Ice fanfic that you've written, so if you want to read something from that, you can. I
can. It's basically Michelle and Emil, because they're adorable dogs, and they're kind of like the grumpy cat and happy puppy trope that I love. But yeah, I can read from that. Let's see. I just need to dig it out.
Yeah, I mean, while you dig, I can read my stuff because mine is already up there. So this is kind of something that I wrote that is based off actual gameplay that we had on the Fateful Fumble podcast.
Yeah.
So this is kind of when Ness, Firil, and Valeth have beaten some bandits and found the merchant they were looking for up in the mountains. So it's from episode 1. So what I've written is, the Tevinter merchant was sitting with his back against one of the wheels of his cart, clutching at a wound in his arm. As Valeth, Ness, and Firil came into view, he flinched in fear, but quickly seemed to realize that the 3 of them were not the bandits who had been attacking him just a few minutes ago. Valeth approached him and asked, "Who are you, and what are you doing here?" She needed to be sure that this was in fact the man they had been looking for. He could just be an innocent merchant for all they knew. The man coughed, and a trickle of blood dripped down his chin. Firil came up to him, bending forwards, and spoke in a childish and condescending voice. "Are you Fenwick?" The injured man looked up at her with a glassy look in his eyes. He was in a lot of pain. "Am I dead? Did I die?" he asked. Valeth rolled her eyes. "No, you are not dead, but you could be if you do not answer our questions." The man shook his head as if attempting to regain clarity. Yes, I'm Fenwick. Who are you? What happened to the bandits? He asked. Valeth didn't answer. Instead, she directed her next words to Firrell. Look after him for a minute. I have a letter with some further instructions I need to read, and then we can decide what to do with the matter at hand. Firrell raised an inquisitive eyebrow, but nodded and began to poke Fenwick all over. Does it hurt here? She asked. Or here? Is this where you're hurting? Or here? Valeth took a few steps away from Fenwick, who was now yelping in pain, trying to fend off Firrell's examination. She fished the letter from her pocket and read it. Its contents held no surprises for her, but her stomach twisted nonetheless. She didn't like this part of the job much, but it didn't matter if she liked it or not. It was a direct order from the Nightingale herself. It had to be done. Finished.
Nice. I love the humor in this. I mean, you can see me grinning.
Yeah. And it's mostly Sunniva, of course. This is how she played her character. So
yes, Sunniva is magic.
She's so magic. I love her to bits.
Oh, she's so funny.
Yeah.
I love the bluntness that she portrays Firrell with.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think it turned out well. It was an okay translation of the podcast.
Yeah, I think it did well, because it's always kind of like, especially when you're writing stuff that's already kind of been communicated in one way, or like a story that's already been told in one way. It's always hard to keep true to that story and make it your own. It's kind of like with acting, when you're doing a play that someone else has done, and especially if you've seen someone else do it.
Yeah.
And then try to sort of, make it your own.
Yeah. That's kind of what I've been struggling with, because it's this big co-creation between Tonje and Sunniva and me and Rick, and then to try to make it into something that is, readable in novel form is a bit of a challenge. But one of the things that I've discovered while I've been writing is that the key to this is Valeth's inner, monologue, like how she feels and what she thinks in the moments, instead of focusing on the external stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's been a really interesting learning experience, if nothing else. Oh, I can see that Destiny has replied in the chat. She is at 62,000 words right now. So she's won NaNoWriMo. She is beyond the word count. Applause, lady. Wow. That is respectable. Congratulations.
Thanks. That's really good.
So at least you don't have to stress. You've accomplished the goal.
Now it's just a matter of just
editing or adding whatever you need to add. It's great.
Yeah,
I'm so impressed. I'm floored in record time. Makes me feel useless and incompetent.
Yeah,
I
like that. I like that, feeling useless and inferior, and
yeah.
No, but that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
She says,
oh my gosh, but I wanted to be at 120k, so now so I am over 20k behind where I want to be. Well, it's still pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Don't take it as a defeat. You've already accomplished more than we've been able to.
Yes.
Yeah. But have you found your story?
I have. I'm kind of just trying to find a good bit to read. So yeah.
I can hear your cat swaying in.
Yes, it's Cash. He's just come home again because he's been at the breeders to do the hanky panky, basically, because she had a female that was in heat, and we owed her a litter. So yeah,
Cool.
he's just come home and now he's kind of like complaining over the dry food because he's been stealing not dry food from.
He's been pampered.
Oh, has he ever? Oh yes. So yeah, he's been very much pampered. But yes, trying to find a bit. Um, I have one that I'm quite happy with.
It's not easy to pick a favorite.
No, it really isn't.
Do you need more time?
Let's see. Ah, yes, here it is. I quite like this. So the premise is basically for those who don't, yeah, you kind of have to know a bit about Yuri on Ice. But actually, no, I'll just read this bit because you don't really need to know much to get this bit. It's just a couple of paragraphs. And yeah. Okay. Coffee had never tasted that good. Emil clutched the hot mug, enjoying the tingling heat it emitted. His thumb absent-mindedly ran across the little chip on the rim of the opposite side of the handle. It was his favorite mug, one given to him by his grandmother one Christmas, back then filled with mini marshmallows and a sachet of hot chocolate powder. The mug was blue and was once adorned with silver stars. The stars had faded over the years, now only faint ghosts of what they had been. But the mug still sported its royal blue colour, and it always reminded Emil of soft hugs, wrinkled smiles, and wet dog kisses from Otto the terrier. Why anyone would name their dog Car had always been a mystery to him as a child. But now that he was older, he could see his grandmother's sense of humour in the prospect of telling people that she needed to take her little Car for a walk. He smiled to himself. They were both long dead, and at times he still missed them terribly. They had been a safe haven growing up, away from her son-in-law, of whom she had greatly disapproved and only grudgingly tolerated. Sometimes Emil wondered if his mother had stayed with his father out of spite against his grandmother, like some sort of belated rebellious daughter phase. But his grandmother passed and his mother never left. Instead, she stayed, and the older Emil grew, the more punches were directed against him instead of her. He didn't remember letting go of the mug to softly rub at that sore spot below his pecs.
That is so sad.
Yeah.
I can understand why Kim gets all emotional when she reads your fanfiction.
And then I have another bit that follows in the next chapter, which kind of links a little bit up to that. And it just kind of describes Emil's relationship to his little brother, which I'm also very happy about. When Mathieu was born, Emil had cried. Not out of anger or sadness that all the attention had suddenly been ripped away from himself and thoroughly settled on the tiny new human being in his mother's arms. No, Emil cried because he was told his 4-year-old frame would not be strong enough to hold his little brother safely. He had made no fuss about it. He knew that would mean getting acquainted with his father's belt, but he couldn't stop the silent tears trickling down his face. He had wanted so dearly to smell Mathieu's skin, look at his big eyes and feel the weight of him against him.
He didn't really understand why. It was just this odd need tugging inside him, telling him it was important, a need to protect and care for this small person. He had watched as his aunt took the baby off his exhausted mother, cooing and fussing over the little bundle, and tried to subdue sniffles and steady his breath when warm hands picked him up and sat him down into a lap, surrounding him with the scent of dog, lavender soap, and coffee. His grandmother hugged him gently and wiped the tears from his face before she instructed his aunt to let Emil hold the baby, assuring them all she would make sure it was perfectly safe for him to do so. It was one of those moments that Emil would remember for the rest of his life. Mathier's fragile frame against his chest, his little fingers opening and clutching around air, the little baby noises he made, and that soft smell of his skin, and the big wide eyes filled with perpetual wonder. His heart had skipped, and he knew instantly that he would give his life for the tiny boy in his embrace. Looking at his brother, all grown into a tall teenager, Emil knew in his bones he still would.
Yeah. So it's so bittersweet.
Yeah, it is. It's just, yeah, I love this character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have a very special relationship with Emil, and
Yes.
yeah, special being.
Precious cinnamon roll. Yes.
Yeah, so if anyone is feeling emotional now and want to read the entire thing, it is up on what is it, AO3?
AO3.
Mm.
So I'm Ingrid Beast on AO3, so it's fairly easy to find me. I have 2 fics there, and this is one of them. So yay!
Yay! If you're deeply into Yuri on Ice and Yuri on Ice fanfic, this is for you.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll probably be writing more free stuff now because I have fallen
into the
face
trash bin
first
and you can't get
into
out.
No. And I'm kind of like, there's 3 free movies that has come out this year, and Europeans are just waiting for the subtitled versions to come out to Europe and be released to Europe, and then next year season 3 starts. So I'm just like, look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now.
Just a little bit obsessed.
Slightly obsessed with the trash. But it's good trash, and it makes me happy.
It's good to be trash.
It is. It's great. Excuse me.
It's okay. We all get the sniffles every once in a while.
Yeah. Right. I've had the sniffles for far too long now, so I'm kind of like, I'm ready to be over this.
You're done.
You know, body, I'm done. Can you catch up with my brain, please? I was done before it started. But yeah. Ugh.
All right, I figure we can just move into the little writing challenge that I had planned. Hang on, someone is trying to call me. Not gonna answer that right now. It would be a little slightly bad form.
Yes, it's like hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I've got to answer this.
Yeah, I'm a bit busy. Just a little bit.
Smidgen.
Yeah. No. So what I figured the parameters of this writing challenge will be is that we can participate and the people watching can participate if they want to. So we'll just take like 2 or 3 minutes, sit down and write some flash fiction, like 3 or 4 sentences. And then just read it out loud when we're done and see what we have. And if you at home are participating, you know, post it to the chat so we can see what you've written and read it out loud, because that would be super fun, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to find out what to write.
Do you want me to just find a subject for you? Or do you want to just write whatever?
I think write whatever is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
yeah.
I'll just start a timer on my phone. Just so we have it going. I'll just put it to 2 minutes. And then we'll see. If it's not enough, we'll just add some more. All right. Are you ready?
All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. 10 seconds to go.
Oh shit. Okay.
And there we go. Time is up.
Oh no!
I
no!
know! 2 minutes goes by so freaking fast.
Shit!
It's crazy.
I didn't manage to finish.
I tried to not be very ambitious, so
Okay,
these are
yeah.
short sentences, and it went really dark for some reason. So you're warned. It's kind of depressing.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go with mine first, and if any of you guys at home chose to write something, please post it in the chat so we can read it. But mine goes like this. He looked through the window at the falling leaves. It looked to him as if the trees were dying, slowly but inevitably. He could not help but feel like he was slowly dying too.
Ow.
That was very grim, I feel. But not bad for 3 sentences.
No. Wow.
How are you feeling? What did you get down?
Intimidated. I mean, I only got 2 sentences, so I was going to do 3, but
Still.
okay.
2 is good. You wrote something.
Okay. Yeah, here goes. This isn't what I expected, the taller man muttered in defeat. Me neither, responded his now former lover.
Ooh, that puts so many questions into my head. Like, what the fuck just happened? What weren't they expecting? Jeez. I think that's cool. And just, you can say so much in so little time, so little space. It's crazy. Do you want to go again?
Yes, let's do this. Just give me a moment so I can think of a premise.
Okay.
I'll just like
Cool.
Nah, let's just see if something pops up.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Do you want more time, or is 2 minutes? Okay, 2 minutes.
3 minutes would
3.
be good.
Okay,
3 minutes would be good. Okay.
Cool. Let's see. Just gonna put it in there. Okay. There we go. Start.
Okay.
Okay, half time. So 1 minute and 30 seconds. 2, 1. There we go. Time.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to
Shall
go
I start this
first
time?
or?
Sure. She held it tighter, and yet the rope slipped out of her hands, like fate tugging it away from her. The rope burns in her palm stung less than the burning scream in her lungs as those blue eyes she had loved forever disappeared down into the abyss.
Ooh, that's heavy. Holy shit. That is so good. I need to read this. I need to know what happens next. Who died? Why did he die? What is going on? I get so carried away by these. I love reading. Could you guess?
No. What?
Me? No, never. All right. Mine is not so dramatic and exciting this time, but I wrote, she kissed him, tentatively, not sure if it was the right thing to do. She had to stand on her toes to reach his lips, but she didn't mind.
Aww.
That's it.
Aww, that's really sweet.
So I went from somewhere really dark and depressing to somewhere sweet. So that's a nice curve.
Okay, 3 times the charm.
Okay, one more time.
Because now I have inspiration for something.
Okay, cool. One more time.
Yes.
3 minutes.
Okay.
Starting now.
Yes.
Ten seconds left. And time. Are you good?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Cool. All right. I can start this time, I guess.
Sure.
So what I wrote this time is, "Are you sure this is a good idea?" he asked, deeply regretting his decision to go along with Bale tonight. Why on earth had he agreed to break into the guard captain's office?
This sounds like the beginning of much shenanigans.
Yes. I don't know who he is, but...
No, but you know.
Yeah.
Mine's a lot longer this time.
Okay, cool.
But it's still just 3 sentences. I just need a bit of a sip to drink because my throat is dry. Blah.
Okay. He looked over at her, a grin spreading on his face as he contemplated the way she reminded him of the woman on the screen with the blonde curls. Just like Queenie Goldstein could read Jacob's mind in Fantastic Beasts, his girlfriend always seemed to know exactly what would soothe his soul when he needed it. And he knew then that he had made the right decision bringing the little box in his pocket to this date.
Aww. He's gonna propose! That's so cute! I can feel my face going warm and red. Oh, I need to calm
love
myself. This is so much fun.
I know.
Why have I not done
And
this
it's so
before?
inspiring.
Yeah.
It's really inspiring because it's just like it takes away all that pressure. Just writing whatever.
Yeah, it really takes off the pressure. Oh, we have activity in the chat.
Yeah.
Cece says, "Ingrid, can you please do audiobooks though?"
Well, as I mentioned last stream, I am actually working on that in a way, on a side project thing. So,
might happen. You never know.
yeah.
Then she says, "What, Anita? Do you love reading?" Question mark, smiley face.
Shock.
Shock. And then she asked, "How's your plan this stream? Do you write and then read and write and then read, etc.?" Well, what we just did was like a 2-minute writing challenge where we just write like 3 sentences at random and see what we come up with, just to challenge ourselves creatively. So that's what we just did, and it was so much fun.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that. So I can only recommend this to people if you have like writing buddies and you just want to practice at getting better at writing and not overthinking things. Then this is really helpful.
Because I
yeah, go ahead.
You first.
Because I was like, I have the beginning to at least 3 short stories here, if nothing else. I mean,
yeah,
it could potentially go everywhere.
Yeah.
And I feel like you have the
Definitely.
same.
Yeah. Definitely. So. Whew.
Adrenaline pumping stuff is
Yeah, but I think this is like a really, really good challenge if you find yourself with a writing block.
Yeah.
Because just, sitting down and just writing something without much of a prompt is very liberating, and especially if you can just go away from what you're writing and just do something completely different. So
yeah, so maybe this is something that Destiny can try out since she's stuck and she doesn't have any inspiration. Just write some random stuff for 2 minutes at a time.
Do it now and post it in the chat.
Yes, do it now.
Yes.
We wants to know.
Yes.
And Cece, you do it too. If you have 2 minutes to spare, just sit down and write something random. Let's see what you got.
Or anyone else watching this.
Yeah.
Do it now and post it in the chat.
It would be really fun to see. Now, I really like this. I mean, if I ever need help, if I'm stuck in the future, I'll just call you up and like, hey, do you want to do some writing? Some flash fiction?
Yes. Flash fiction is good fiction. Yes. I feel like I need to write like the last sentence of that first one. because
it's not finished.
No, and it's got so much potential.
Yeah.
Especially potential for angst.
Mm.
And I love angst.
Mm-hmm. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? I'm a sucker for writing angst. It's amazing.
Let's see. Cece says, I want to join, but have to do the dishes.
Oh, no.
Oh, well. You can post them to us later, and then maybe we can post them on our on the Fateful Fumble Facebook. I think I want to like post these flash fiction things on the Fateful Fumble page, because that would be cool, just to show people what we've done during today's episode. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about before we kind of end the stream for tonight? Hi, Rick.
What? You're on the stream. Say hi. Cat in there? He's basically cuddling our cat, who's hidden himself inside the box because Khajiit's been away for a little trip. Yeah.
Is he sulking?
No, I think he's kind of just like, yeah, I'm back. And probably secretly singing, I just that sad. Yeah. Probably. Yeah. For those who weren't here, Khajiit has been off to the breeder to do the do with a cat in heat. So, and apparently he was at it. So, you know, yeah.
Healthy
there will be
specimen.
a cute little kitty litter from this. So, yeah.
Yes, cute cat babies.
But now he's back, and we've missed him tremendously because he's our little baby boy.
Cece says, check up line. Hey, you want to do some writing?
Yes.
And then
yes.
And then she says, don't end. I just got here.
Oh, Destiny just posted something.
Ooh, yay.
Ooh.
You can
I read this?
Yes, read it.
Her thoughts have been all random as she hears the wind through the window. It draws her attention away from the computer screen, looking out there at the dancing shadow.
Ooh. Get some eerie, spooky ambiance off of this.
I like that.
Yes. How exciting. It's so cool. People are doing this with us. Live workshopping.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
Cece says...
We should do a panel.
A panel?
We should do a panel, a writing panel for a convention at one point.
Yes, definitely.
That would be so cool.
Yes. I'm in. Totally.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do it at ToroCon.
Yeah, totally. That would be so cool.
I know. And we could have just like a writing workshop where everyone participates and we do these flash fiction stuff.
Yeah, and then everyone gets to read their flash fiction and we can critique it. And...
Yes, and give each other feedback and it would be awesome.
I'm not excited at all. We'll just send these videos to Oslok and like, look at what we do. Invite us to ToroCon.
Yeah. Sparkle.
Yes, sparkle.
Yes. Just invite us.
Yes. That would be so much fun.
But that would be And I mean, there are so many people who write in the cosplay community, and I think in many ways fan fiction is very much very important to the fandom and geek community, because it's one of the things that have sort of kept the community going. It's where a lot of fantasy writers started. So, I mean, mention this to Theris Cosplay, and they will go on about it.
Yeah. No, I think fanfiction is a really good stepping stone into actually writing. A lot of writers started out just writing fanfiction.
Yeah.
I mean, 50 Shades of Grey started out as Twilight fan fiction, so, you know. And
Although,
if that
let's not
can be
use that as a
published...
comparison. Yeah, if that can be published, then
Yes, anything can.
I have read 3 fan fictions that like way outdo that so much that it's just like there's this one that if the author had just changed the names and just adjusted a few bits here and there, then it should have been really easy to publish it because it's so good, and it's like it brings up really heavy subjects like depression and suicidal depression, self-harm, questioning one's sexuality, dealing with being ace, dealing with anxiety attacks, and dealing with going on depression medication or like medication for different mental illnesses, stuff like that. Really important stuff. And it's so well written. And I was just like sitting there crying and just going like, oh my gosh, this is just wow. And then 50 Shades of Grey gets published.
Yeah, I know. It's a travesty.
You know, it is a travesty. So yeah, I'm thinking if you can write good fan fiction, you can write good fiction in general. So
ooh, Cece says she has a fan fiction out. Only 2 public chapters though. But yes, we want links.
Ooh,
Send them to
yes.
us.
What fandom is it for?
Yes, what? Yes, tell us. I'm guessing from an anime.
Tell me more.
And also good luck on your mock-up exam that you have tomorrow.
Oh, yes, good luck.
And she says, also have a gay short story there from 10th or 9th grade that made my best friend cry.
Aww.
That's so cute.
I am here for this. I'm very here for this.
Absolutely.
So please link. Please post links. Or just give us your username, or you know.
Yeah. Whichever's easiest.
Yes.
Let's see. Yeah.
I mean, if anyone else is on AO3 or write stuff somewhere else, then and they want to share it, just feel free to send us links either on private message if you're not comfortable with posting it publicly, or posting it on our page or in the chat here, because that would be awesome.
Yeah, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're pretty much everywhere. So you can send a message to us in any way, shape, or form, really.
Yay!
Yes.
Cool.
We also have an email address if you want to send us stuff. It's not the Costcast. It's fatefulfumble@gmail.com. It's very easy. Very straightforward.
Yeah.
Right, so we have like 9 minutes left until we've done like a complete hour of streaming.
Yet again.
Time flies by.
Yes, it really does.
Ooh, I've got a link. Cece sent a link. So I'm guessing I have access to the fan
Pass it on
fiction.
to me.
Yes, I will. Oh, it's called a kawaii potato.
Oh,
It's so cute. That is the cutest.
That is cute.
That's her nickname on Wattpad.
Cool.
So she has one that's called Loyal to a Snake and The Boy Who Took a Chance. Oh, I like those titles.
Oh.
You're really good at titles, Cece. I like it.
Yes. Titles are, oh gosh.
Yeah,
titles.
we talked about it last week, and we both agreed.
It still hasn't gotten easier.
No. Not in 7
The
days.
week has not made a difference.
Nope.
No.
None at all. But thank you, Cece, for sending me that link. I will pass it on to Ingrid.
I'm completely unfamiliar with Wattpad.
No, I haven't used it either. I know that a lot of people say that it's a very good tool for writing. I've never bothered to get into it.
I've heard about it. That's kind of all. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've heard horror stories of people stealing fics from AO3 and posting them as their own on Wattpad.
Oh, well, that's bad.
Yeah, that's bad, but you know, what can you do?
Let's see, I think you got the right thing now. I'm not sure, but I hope so. I sent it to you on Facebook.
Yay!
Okay. Do you have any like advice or anything you want to like just talk about before we end it then?
Don't give up.
Yeah. And
I
come
guess.
watch Fate's Wayne Con this weekend.
Yes, come watch Fate's Wayne Con. It's going to be so much fun.
It'll be here on this
I
channel.
promise. Yes, I'll be wearing facial hair.
And you look very good with
Twiddling
facial
my
hairs.
mustache. I do.
Yes, you do. Sexy beast.
Oh my.
I might be wearing a wig and some blue. That's my plan. I did.
Yeah.
This is completely unrelated to writing, but I did find an owl like locket necklace thing on Wish.com. So I ordered it because I'm going to cosplay Valeth properly at some point in the future.
Aw.
So I need that locket because I imagine that's how it looks like the one she got from Kath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need it.
I got a wig for my male Trevelyan cosplay,
Ooh.
so and that works really well for Cassian. So because it's basically Cassian's hair. So yeah.
Yeah, so excited.
Yes.
So I've got a job now, so I finally have money to actually fabric shop in the near future. I'm so excited. I can cosplay again.
I am so jealous. Oh,
Finally.
yes. Yeah, I just need to go through what I have already and see if I can find stuff there.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have stuff in my closet, just nothing that fits to the project I want to do now. They're all very unsuitable for what I want to do, unfortunately. So I've thought about like selling stuff, but I don't really know who to sell it to.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you need like blue material, I've got some blue velvet scraps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure how much you'll manage to get done until the weekend. But
I won't be able to make anything before this weekend.
No.
So
Yeah.
no rush.
Put on a blue sweater.
Yeah. If nothing else, I could always just take the velvet dress off of my Arwen gown and use that if nothing else.
This is true. You could do that.
I could do that. It's
Yeah,
flowy.
that
and blue.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Just a belt.
There you go.
And some scarves and stuff. I'll be good.
Yeah, because it's a mage robe, so you know.
Why not?
There you go.
See, we've solved several problems
Yeah.
today. Unlocking
Problem
creativity
solved.
and cosplay issues.
Yeah. I'm just kind of happy that Cassian was wearing like Tavine fashion for the last campaign, because that means I can just go for the full bling and not have to worry about trying to get a almost leather armor like outfit, which isn't leather armor.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. Oh wow, my hair is all over the place.
No, but this is probably my favorite workshop episode so far, I think. Just because of that writing thing, the 2 minutes, it was so fun.
It was a lot of fun. We should do that as a set part of our workshops.
Yeah.
For the rest of the time, for the rest of the workshops, we should do that as a segment in our workshops, because I like doing that. I'd love to do that again.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't think we'll have time to have a workshop on Thursday.
No. Thursday is not going to work.
No. So I think we'll have to do it next Tuesday, because next Monday I have a meeting with Melina, the leader of the Norwegian Cosplay Association.
Yes.
So I can't do it that day. It'll just not be enough time. So Tuesday, I think, at 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Yes. Top notch.
Top notch. All right. Yeah, I think that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and we hope you had fun watching us do all of this stuff. And let's see. Yeah, Thanks to Cece and Destiny for watching and being active in the chat and posting your links to fiction and your flash fiction. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes.
Yes. And hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Next week. Bye.